Ba yun? Nawala yung slide ko. Yan. Okay. Okay. Yan. So we have introduction to electricity. So by definition, so electricity is very basic, no? Just the movement of electrons through a conductor. So yung conductor natin for this instance is our wire. So the one causing the electricity is the movement of electrons. Okay. So we have two types of electricity. So the first one is static. So it results from an imbalance of electrical charges at rest. And the one is current electricity, or the electricity that is moving, no, which is caused by the flow of electrons to a conductor, no. So if you are going to have this one in depth, yung kanyang pangalan, so yung sa static, ang tawag po nito, no, sa field ng electrical engineering is electrostatic. Yan. For this one, electricity, ang tawag po dito is electrodynamics, no? Okay. So, when can we experience static or electrostatic na electricity? So, we could experience that one if, no, during a storm, you know, yung kidlat. So, the lightning itself is an example of a static electricity. If you are going to rub your hand, no, yung kamay nyo po sa wool or sa fabric, no, so there are instances that you will feel shock, no, para makukuryente kayo, so that is static electricity. While current electricity or electrodynamics, so you are experiencing and using that every day. So yung kurente na nanggaling sa ating wire, no? So yan po yung current electricity. So basic law of charges, no, because the movement of electrons are what we call now as the charges. So meron po tayong basic law. So like charges, no? So repel, no? So we have, if our charges, no, kasi ang charges are dalawa yun siya, positive and negative. If they are both positive, they will repel, no? Para yung sa magnet, pag parehong north or parehong south, hindi po sila magtatagpo. No, wala po silang forever kasi they are the same pole. So same po 'yan sa ating um, ano po, charges. So both positive, hindi po sila magtatagpo, they will just repel. And if they are both negative, same po, hindi po sila magtatagpo. So that is the first law of charges. The second one is, unlike charges, attract. So they pull toward each other. So if we have positive, negative, no, because they don't have the same charge, no, positive and negative sila, so they will attract. So magtatagpo po sila. Okay? So, key point, electrical forces are the foundation of all electrical phenomena. So, what is electrical forces? Yun po, yung, law of charges, no? So, because there is the attraction or repel of charges, so that's why the current itself, the voltage, the power, dyan po nanggaling lahat. Okay? Okay, so the second one concept is atomic theory of electricity. So we know that electricity is the flow of electrons. So ang tanong, ano po yung electrons, no? So we are going to have first atoms. So atoms are the building blocks of matter. So lahat tayo, we are matter, we have space and we have mass. No, we occupy space and we have mass, so we are matter. And we are made up of atoms. Yan. So atoms has three parts: electron, yang blue, no, which is orbiting, no, lumilibot-libot po sa ating sa gitna, no. Yung dalawa po na sa gitna, proton, no. Yung isa po na wala po siyang plus or minus, that is neutron. So electron moves around the nucleus. Proton and neutron is found on the nucleus. So if you notice, yung electron, meron siyang symbol na negative because electron is a a negatively charged particle, no? So ito. So yung proton po natin is negative, yung electron po natin is negative, yung proton is positive, yung neutron po is walang charge, no? So that is neutral. Okay, yan. Okay, so electric current in a metallic conductor. So in a metallic conductor, may tinatawag na free electrons. So those free electrons are not bounded by the nucleus. So hindi po sila bounded by the nucleus here. Ito. So meaning, pwede sila makamove from one atom to another. Therefore, their movement will now cause an electric current. No? So bakit po sila nakakapag-move? No? So the free electrons, also known as the valence, no? Okay, valence electrons po ang tawag diyan in chemistry, no? So this is, for example, ito yung ano natin, valence electrons at free electrons. Sa layo po niya sa nucleus, it will only require small amount of energy to move this electron, no? Yan. So every atom po has a valence electron. The most the electrons na pinakamalayo sa nucleus. Yan po yung valence electron or free electrons. Yan. Okay. So the subatomic particles, so meron po tayo ditong table, no? So particle natin proton, positive 1 ang kanyang charge, neutron 0, electron negative. For the location, so yung proton at neutron po is nasa nucleus. Yung ating electron po is orbiting around our nucleus. Yung mass, so yung proton po is 1 AMU, so that is atomic mass unit, no, which is usually discussed, no, sa 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 chemistry. So that is equal to 1.69 times 10 to the power of negative 23 kilograms, no? Yan po yung kanyang kanyang actual na mass, no? But it was seldom go out in the board exam, no, sa RME. Okay. So ang electron po yung pinaka small yung mass, which is 1 over 1836, no, of the mass of your proton, no? So if in case may ganitong lalabas, ang itatanong lang po is what is the charge of proton? So +1. Which of the following is the most lighter particle, no? So alin yung pinaka magaan? So the answer will be automatically the electron. Okay? So the movement of free electrons in a conductor is the basis of electricity. So in order for electricity to flow, meron pong first two conditions. There must be free electrons and there must be a conductor. Okay. So yan po yung pinakauna, no? The concept of electricity, no? Even if there is free electrons but they are on a material na hindi nag-allow for them to move. So therefore, wala pong mangyayari na electricity. Okay. So we have conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. So these are the different types of electrical materials. The first one is conductor. No? As we all know that conductor allows the flow of electrons. No? So kapag meron pa tayong conductor, so the electrons are flowing easily. No? And it is also low resistance. No? So low resistance. No? Okay. Then many free electrons and good flow for electric current. So the most common examples are the metals, no? Copper, silver, aluminum, including water, no? So as long as any material is exposed, no, or has moisture, so it is considered as a conductor. Kahit pa kahit pa sabihin natin kahoy yan, as long as the wood is may moisture, so it could still be a conductor na kung saan pwede po mag-flow yung ating kurente. So we have here copper. This is a symbol for copper, silver, and aluminum. So these are the three most common conductors. If gagawin po to na wire, ito pong tatlong ito yung pinaka-common, no? So yung pinakamahal, silver, but silver has the highest conductivity. So, kunyari, pag nabasa exam, which of the following has the highest conductivity? No? So, the highest is automatically silver. The next one will be copper, um, and the next will be aluminum. No, so the most commonly used will be the copper and the aluminum. And silver is usually used for transmission lines, no, and also for the yung sa mga terminal ng mga malalaki na mga breaker at transformer, no? Yan. So bakit yan lang yung application ng silver? We all know that silver is very expensive, no? So that's why silver is just used in cases na kung saan kailangan talaga na pataasin natin yung ating conductivity. Okay? Then next type of electrical material will be the insulator, no? So the insulator resists the flow of electrons, no? So the insulator has high resistance, no? Kasi hindi niya inaalaw mag-flow yung ating electrons. Very few free electrons and poor flow of electric current, no? So the most common example is rubber, glass, and plastic. But there is a caveat for this one, no? Even if your rubber, glass, and plastic are wet or nabasa, so they are considered as conductor, no? So kahit anong material pala, as long as nabasa yan, it will be able to flow, no? Pwede niyang i-allow ang flow yung current, no? So kunyari, nag-wiring ka tapos basa yung floor, naka-rubber shoes pero basa yung rubber shoes mo, then there is a chance na ikaw ay makukuryente. Okay? Then semiconductors, no? So semiconductors have conductivity between a conductor and an insulator. Yung sa gitna ng conductor at insulator. Tawag sila is semiconductor. So they have moderate resistance, their conductivity can be controlled, and they are usually used in electronic devices. Okay, so example of this one is the silicon and germanium. Their applications are usually for electronics. So, for example, diode and transistors or microchip, integrated circuits. No? So, yan po yung application ng semiconductors. Okay. So, conductors allow current to flow easily. Insulators block the flow and semiconductors can control the flow of current. Okay. Then we have SI and English units for electricity. No? So we have different quantities for electricity. No? And we have also two different units for this, no, for them. No? So SI, yan yung ginagamit natin because that is the basis of our Philippine Electrical Code. Yung English units naman is yung ginagamit ng USA. No? And because we sometimes, no, tend to use both, no? So it is important for us to know also the difference and the similarities of the two units, no, which pertains to electricity. Okay, unahin po natin, ito pala nakalabas pa natin yung table. So for the current, no, the SI unit is ampere and the symbol is A. Same po yan sa English system. For the voltage, so volts yung unit, V, so same din po sa English system. For the resistance, that is ohm, symbol is this one. This is symbol for omega. Same po sa English system. Power is watt. W yung symbol. Same po sa English system. Dito po tayo nakakaiba na. For energy, this will be joule. No? G. But for English system, this will be kilowatt hour or kWh. No? Okay. Then, charge. So this will be coulomb. This will be tawag doon. C, the symbol. Capacitance is farad and F. The inductance is Henry H. Okay. Also for power, no, when it comes to tawag doon, to electricity, what yung ginagamit ng US, but when it comes to their output, no, output, the actual output, ang ginagamit nila is HP. And we know that one as horsepower, no? So 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. So this is very important, no? Na conversion factor. 1 HP is equal to 746 watt. And 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 million joule or 3,600,000 joules. Yan. Then we have electrical quantities. Yan. Okay, so the first one is current, no? So current is the rate of flow of electric charge past a point in circuit, or how many charge is flowing in a circuit per unit time. So the formula for current is I Q over T, wherein our I is current in amperes, Q is the charge, the unit for charge, no, kanina column, and time is S, no, that is in seconds. Then voltage, no, that will be V. So voltage equals to W over Q. So voltage is the electrical potential between 2 points, or the work done per unit charge. So kung ano yung ginawa na work ng ating charge, no? So that is voltage, no? So also voltage is commonly known as the force, no, that move our electrons, no? So again, the voltage is the force that move our electrons, so thereby there is a current. And if that electron is put in a conductor, so the whole phenomenon, or kung ano yung nag-flow doon, that will now be electricity. So therefore, electricity requires three things: voltage, the current or the free electrons, and the conductor. If yung tatlo meron yan, so that phenomenon is what we call as electricity. Okay, so voltage, the formula for voltage is W over Q. Your V is volts or voltage. Your W is work, and the unit is joule, not G. And the charge is C, which is in column. Then you have conductance. So conductance is just the reciprocal of our resistance. So that is the ability of a material to allow electric current to flow, no? So the unit for conductance is S, so that is Siemens, no? Siemens yan. The old unit for conductance is ito, nakabaliktad na omega. So that is mo, no? Nakabaliktad din yan na ohm. No, kasi yung resistance is reciprocal ng conductance. So therefore, the unit for conductance is baliktarin mo yung symbol for the unit of resistance. No? But the change that one, ginawa nilang Siemens. Okay, yan. So this is the other definition. So current, ampere, the rate of flow of electric charge in a circuit. Voltage, the electric potential difference that causes current to flow. Conductance is the measure of how easily current flow, and resistance is the opposition to the flow of electric current. Okay. So we have charge, no? So ito katulad to kanina. So charge is the quantity of electricity. The time in seconds, so that is the duration of the flow. Our W work, that is joule, that is the energy transferred by the charge, and the resistance is the opposition to the current. Okay. So we have here an example, no? So a current of electric charge is uniformly flowing in a conductor. If a 20 coulomb of charge pass through a point in the circuit in 4 seconds, so what is the current in amperes, no? So if you could solve this one, no, with me, so you could solve and you could put the letter of your answer po sa ating chat, no? Okay, solution. Nahanap po is current, no? So given po yung charge at yung time. So that is Q over T, no? So we have 20 divide 4, no? So this will be equal to 5 amperes. So this will be letter C. Okay? So I hope po tama, pareho po tayo ng sagot, no? Okay, next. If 100 joule of work is required to move 20 coulombs of charge between 2 points, what is the voltage between points? Okay, solution. Okay, so ang formula po natin dito is V is equal to W over Q. So voltage is equal to work over the charge. So yung work natin is 100 joule habang yung ating charge is 20 coulomb. So this will be 100 divided by 20. So kahit hindi na po natin i-calculan, this will be 5 volts, no, which is letter C. Okay? Next, if the resistance is 10 ohms, what is its conductance in Siemens? Okay. Solution. So the conductance is 1 over R, or the reciprocal of resistance. Okay, so that will be 1 over 10. So this will be 0.1 Siemens, so which is letter C. Okay, so tatlong question na po, letter C yung sagot. Okay, next. We have here resistance in a wire. Okay po. So if you have any clarifications po, no, during our discussion, no, yung mga formula kanina, so you could have the questions on our group chat. Okay, so resistance in a wire. So we have this, no, the resistance on a wire will depend on the following. So the length of the wire, which is directly proportional, the cross-sectional area, which is inversely proportional, the material property, which is the resistivity, and the temperature, which also affects the resistivity. And we have this formula, no? So R is equals to rho L over A. So meaning, if you are going to increase, no, our length, so the resistance of the wire will also increase because they are directly proportional. If we are going to increase, no, our cross-sectional area, then maintain, no, our length, and the resistivity is always constant because that will depend on the material. So kapag in-increase natin yung area, ang ating resistance po is bababa. It will decrease, no, because the cross-sectional area is inversely proportional to our resistance. So, ibig sabihin, baliktaran to tong dalawa. Itong dalawa naman po is magkasama, no? So if tataas yung length, tataas yung resistance. If tataas yung area, bababa yung resistance. Then our resistivity is constant, no? Then the temperature is also directly, no? Consider that one as directly proportional. Bakit, no? If our temperature increase, the resistance of the wire will also increase. Okay. So sa formula natin, yung R is the resistance, yung resistivity is ohm meter, then the length is in meter, at yung ating cross area is ano siya, square meter. Okay. So if the length of a conductor is doubled while its cross-sectional area and resistivity remain the same, the resistance becomes, so ibig sabihin daw nito, yung ating conductor is dinoble natin yung kanyang length, no? Tapos the same lang yung area at ang kanyang resistivity. So ano mangyayari sa resistance? So because they are directly proportional, kung ano yung gagawin natin sa length, yun din yung mangyayari sa resistance. So the answer for this one is letter B, double. No? Kasi dinoble natin yung length. Kapag ang ginawa natin is we cut the length in half, ang mangyayari, yung resistance will also become 1/2. Okay? If the cross-sectional area of a conductor is doubled, while its length and resistivity remains the same, its resistance becomes blank. Okay, so yung yung area nito is nakadoble, no, doubled. So the length and the resistivity is the same. So ang tanong, ano mangyayari sa resistance? Because yung ating area is inversely proportional, if we are going to double the area, anong mangyayari sa resistance? No? So ibig sabihin to, ano yung kabaliktaran ng dodoblehin? So ang the reciprocal or the inverse of double is half, no? So yan, the answer is letter A, no? So this is very common, no, sa RMA board exam. So no need to solve, parang ano siya, parang naka-definition siya. But if you are going to analyze the formula, at alam nyo kung ano yung inversely at the proportional, so you could answer this one without even writing any solution po sa inyong test paper. Okay? Ito, a copper wire has a resistance of 4 ohms. If its length is threefold and the cross-sectional area and the resistivity remains the same, what is the new resistance of the wire? So, ibig sabihin, ang ginawa natin is, ginawa nating triple yung ating cross-sectional, yung length natin, no? So, the same yung resistivity at cross-sectional area. So, ang mangyayari is we are going to 3 times the length. So, mangyayari, yung mismong resistance also will be 3 times, no? So, our resistance will just be equal to 4, tapos gawin nating 3 times. So, 4 times 3. So, this will be 12 ohms, no? Which is letter C, no? So, as you can see po, hindi pa po natin ginamit yung ito na formula. So, we are just only understanding, no, kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng formula. And we are now solving, no, the question. Kasi kapag ginamit natin yung formula dito, ang tatanungin natin is ano yung length natin? Walang given na length. As sinabi lang 3 times or threefold. Ano yung area? Walang given na area. Ano yung resistivity? Walang given na resistivity. Di ba? So the only given is the resistance. Ang hinahanap is resistance din, di ba? So if we understand the formula itself, so this type of questions will become very easy. Okay? Ito na. So a conductor has a resistivity of 1.72 times 10 to the power of negative ohm meter, a length of 200 meters, and a cross-sectional area of 2 times 10 to the power of negative 6 square meter. So what is the resistance of the conductor? Okay, solution. So dito talagang gagamitin natin yung formula because we are given with all the necessary information. So R is equals to rho L over A. Okay, so our resistivity is 1.72 times 10 to the power of negative 8 ohm meter. Then our length is 200 meters. Then our area is 2 times 10 to the power of negative 6 square meter, no? Okay, yan. So if we're going to use our calculator po, no? Yan ako muna to ha. Okay, yan. Itong calculator ko yung isi-share ko. Yan. Saan yung, yan. Okay, so we have, isi-share ko muna yung calculator ko. Okay. Okay, so ang hinihingi is, okay, so this calculator, no? So this is just a program. But if you are going to buy the Casio, Casio 350 ES Plus or the Casio 82 ES, so this is the the interface, no, kung paano niyo po i-input yung yung mga computation nyo. So we have 1.72 times 10 to the power of negative 8, no? Then times, ay bakit 9? Delete mo na, 8. Then times 200, okay, over 2 times 10 to the power of negative 6, okay? So this will be equal to 1.72 1.72, no? So the correct answer is 1.72. Okay, yan. Mm. Okay, so we have this is equal to 1.72 ohms, so which is letter B. Okay, then we have Ohm's law, no? So this is the formula for Ohm's law. So voltage is equal to current times the resistance, no? So your voltage, the unit is volts, your current is amperes, and your resistance is ohms. So it states that the voltage across a conductor is directly proportional, no, to our current flowing through it, no, provided that the temperature remain constant, no. And of course, sa ating wire, if it is of fixed length at fixed na area, so the resistance will remain constant. So the derived formula, now if you are going to look for the voltage, the current, so that is voltage over resistance. If you're going to look for the resistance, that will be voltage over the current, no? So we have here the symbols, no? Yan. And this is the Ohm's law triangle. So if you are not familiar on how to derive this formula, gawin nyo lang is to cover, no, the unknown quantity. For example, we are going to have the voltage. So if ika-cover natin yung voltage, ang matitira is I times R. So kaya yung formula is I times R. Kasi yung hinahanap natin is voltage. If ang hinahanap naman natin is current, so you cover the current, so matitira is voltage over R. So kaya ito yung formula. If you are going to find the resistance, ika-cover natin yung resistance, so matitira is voltage over the current. Yan. Okay, so 220 volts is applied to a 22 ohm resistor. So what is the current flowing through the resistor? Okay, solution. Okay, so what we are going to do now is to solve for the current, no? So if hindi natin kabisado yung formula, we'll use the Ohm's law triangle. V sa taas, I at R dito. So hinahanap is current, so we will cover this one. So I is equals to V over R. So the voltage is 220 volts. The resistance is 22 ohms. So this will be 10 amperes. So the correct answer is letter B, no? Next, so a 120 volt source draws a current of 3 amperes. So what is the resistance of the circuit? Okay, solution, no? So gamitin natin yung Ohm's law triangle. Okay, so V, I, R, ang hinahanap is resistance, so covered to. So R is equal to, ang natitira, V over I. So V over I. So ang given, we have the voltage is 120 volts. Yung current is 3 amperes. So 120 divide 3. So that will be 40 ohms. No? So that is letter D. Okay. Next, a resistor has a resistance of 50 ohms and carries a current of 4 amperes. No? So what is the voltage across the resistor? Okay, so yung hinahanap natin po dito is the voltage. Yan. So, Ohm's law triangle tayo. Okay, we have V, I, R. Okay, so hinahanap yung voltage. So, cover the voltage. So, V is equals to I times R. Ito yung natira. No? So, we have The current is 4 amperes and the resistance is 50 ohms. So we have 40 times 50. So this will be equal to 200 volts. So the correct answer is letter D. Okay? Yeah. Then we have electrical power and energy. Okay. So we have the formula for power. So tatlo po yan. So these are all also derived formulas. So P is equals to V times I. So this is the primary formula. Also, we have power is equals to I squared times R and P is equals to V squared times R. So meron pong way to derive this one. No? For example, power. No? So this is V times I. If in case hindi po given yung current, ang given lang is voltage at resistance. So V, so ito, yung I natin, that is equal to V over R, di ba? Kapag hinahanap yung current. So, ang matitira, so we have V times V, that is V squared over R, which is this formula. Ito naman, no? For example, ito pala. For example, ito yung ang power natin is V times I, tapos walang voltage. So we know that voltage is I times R, no? Tapos meron tayong I dito. So dalawang I, that will be I squared times R, no? So itong formula, no? Yan. So ang itong dalawang formula na to, it is derived by using Ohm's law. So if you know the formula for power, itong primary formula V times I, at alam nyo yung Ohm's law, so itong dalawang formula is no need to memorize this one, no? Because you could easily derive, no, itong formula na to. Okay? So yan. So sinulatan ko na tuloy. Okay. So we have energy formula, E, that is energy, then P times T, that is power times time. So where E is the energy in joule or watt hour, the P is power, no, watt or kilowatt, and T is time is S or H. Yeah. So the unit, no, is watts, kilowatts. Yung seconds na yung natin, time natin could be in seconds or hours, no, depending if you are going to have that one in joule. Okay, so if our energy is naka-joule, so dapat yung time po natin is naka-seconds. If our energy is in kilowatt hour, so yung time po natin is dapat naka-hours, no? So yan po yung kailangan tandaan natin sa formula. So the question now is, what if the given is hours pero yung hahanapin is joule? So we only need to have the formula that 1 hour is equal to 3,600 seconds. And 1 minute also, kung minute ang given, is equals to 60 seconds. So kaya 2 minutes, so 2 times 60, 120 seconds. Yan. If 3 hours, so 3,600 times 3 para maging seconds. No? If the given naman also is seconds, pero hinahanap sa kilowatt hour, ang gagawin natin is yung seconds, i-divide po natin sa 360 para maging hours. Yun. Yan. And if ang given is minute, tapos kailangan natin ng hours, so we know that 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. Okay? Okay, so power is the rate of doing electrical work. So energy is the total electrical work done over time. So we must use the consistent units, no, para po magtama yung ating result ng ating computations. Okay, we have here, a motor draws 10 amperes from a 220 volt source. So what is the electrical power consumed by the motor? Okay, and solution. So we have electrical power, no? So P is equals to V times I. So our voltage is 220 volts and our amperes is 10 amperes, no? So we have 220 times 10, so that will be equal to 2,200 watts, no? So If ito po, no need na po itong i-calculate kasi ang technique ko po dito is ito may isang zero. So itong zero na to idadagdag ko po dito. So that will be 2,200, no? Yan. So, yeah, yan po yung isa sa mga technique if you are multiplying, no? Multiples of 10. Yan. So the correct answer is letter C. Yan. Okay. Next. 10 ohm resistor carries a current of 5 amperes. What is the electrical power dissipated by the resistor? Okay. So we'll try to solve this one two ways, no? Yung direct na formula sa mga naka-memorize yung formula, yung isa naman is yung sa hindi. Unahin natin yung direct sa formula. Okay. So P is equals to I squared times R. Okay. So you have 5 ampere squared times 10 ohms. So this will be 25 times 10, which is equal to 250 watts. Yan. Okay. If in case hindi nyo na remember itong formula na to, so P is equals to V times I. So ang given natin is only the current and the resistance. Wala po tayong voltage. But we know from our Ohm's law, so VIR, so ang hanapin natin is the voltage. No, covered to. So V is equals to I times R. So we have now the current of 5 amperes times the 10 ohm na resistor. So this will be equal to 50 volts. So ito yung substitute natin dito. We have 50 volts times 5 amperes. So 5 times 50, that is still 250 watts. Ginawa ko tuloy yung pesos. Okay, the correct answer is letter D. Okay, so dalawang ways. All of these ways are correct. The only advantage is if you memorize the formula, it is much faster. If hindi na memorize, you are going to derive, medyo matatagal yung pagsagot. Okay? Next, a 100 lamp is used for 10 hours. How much electrical energy is consumed by the lamp? So, hanap is electrical energy. As you can see from the options A, B, C, and D, lahat po is naka watt-hour or kilowatt-hour. So, ibig sabihin, yung time nyo is dapat naka hours. No? Kasi yung sagot nyo is naka watt-hour. Okay, solution. So, E is equals to P times T. So, yung power is 100 watts. Then, your T is 10 hours. So, need to convert in seconds po, no? Wala na. So, this will be 1,000, no? Watt hour. So, meron ba tayong 1,000 watt hour? Okay, so meron po tayong 1,000 watt hour. So, it could be letter D. Okay, but if you try to divide this one by 1,000, this could be also 1 kilowatt hour. So pwede din letter B. Okay. Now we go back to the standard unit. So what is the unit for electrical energy? So it could be joule or kilowatt hour. So for this one, the correct answer will be letter B, the kilowatt hour. Kasi ito yung naka-standard yung unit. Yan. Diba? Kung gusto yun, parehong tama. Pero, always remember, there is the concept that we are going to have our unit. So, dapat po siya naka-standard. So, that will be kilowatt hour. So, the correct answer among the two which really are correct sa ating solution is letter B. Okay? Next, we go to capacitance. No? So, capacitance is the ability to store electric charge in an electric field. Okay? So, the unit for the capacitance is farad. No? So, pinakita niyo kanina po sa ating table. Then, the formula is C is equals to Q over V, wherein your C is the capacitance, Q is the charge in column, and V is the voltage. Okay. Then, the B, the other also is the energy stored, no, in a capacitor. So This W, which is our energy, naka-joule po yan. 1/2 CV squared. So capacitance times the square of the voltage. Okay. If we have parallel plate capacitor, so meaning marami tayong capacitor na inano natin. So we have um, C is equals to E over D, wherein your C is the capacitance, so your A is the area and your D is the distance of plate. Then usually po meron po to ditong ano, ganyan, epsilon, no? But that is the permittivity which is assumed to be 1, no? So kaya hindi, no need na po siyang ilagay sa formula. Okay? So keynotes, so if we are going to increase the voltage, no, we could also increase our charge stored, no. Energy stored increases with the square of the voltage. Then parallel plate capacitance decreases when the spacing increases. Ibig sabihin po pag yung spacing po ng ating plate sa capacitor is um, um, lumalayo po, yung capacitance ng ating buong capacitor will also decrease. Yan. So, baliktaran po yung capacitance relative to the spacing of the plate capacitor. Okay. So, we have this. A capacitor has a capacitance of 0.02 column, no? So, and is connected across, so this is not the column, no? Potential difference of 10 volts. So what is the charge stored in a capacitor? Okay, so if you see the problem itself, no, ang capacitor has a capacitance of 0.02 C. So we say that is column, no? But when we say capacitance, this is farad, no? Dapat, no? So this is not charge but capacitance, no? So ang hinahanap kasi is also the charge stored. So if you go back to the formula, so C is equal to Q over V. No? So ang hinahanap po natin is our Q. So i-cross multiply natin yan. So Q is equals to C times V. Our capacitance is 0.02. Then our capacitor voltage is 10 volts. Yan. So we have ano ba to? 0.02 times 10. So that will be equal to 0.2 coulomb. Okay. Question now is, alin dito yung tamang sagot? Yan. So the correct answer for this one, okay. So if you are going to have this one in scientific notation, no? Kasi scientific notation eh. So this will be equal to, so i-move po natin to ng isang decimal point. So this will be 2 times 10 to the power of -1 coulomb, which is wala po dito sa ating choices. So if this case happen and if you are really sure of your solution, so sa test paper may 4 na option, pero pagdating nyo po sa inyong tawag doon, sa inyong answer sheet, meron yang 5 boxes to shade, no? For the option A, B, C, D, and E. So ito yung para na sa test paper, ito yung option in case the answer could not be seen on the test paper. And ito yung isosolve niyo if you are sure with your solution. Yan. So usually there are more or less 2 or 3 na E yung sagot, no? Yan. Okay? E as in elephant, no? Okay? So what is the charge stored in a 50 microfarad capacitor connected to a 100 volt source? Okay. Solution. So not 50 but 5. Okay. So the charge, so C is equals to Q times V, no? Okay. So we have ano, pali ba to? So C is equals to Q over V. So our Q, no charge yung hinahanap pala. So C times V. So we have the capacitance of 5 micro. So this 5 times 10 to the power of 6. No? Yan po yung micro natin. Times 100 volts. So this will be, so kasi may dalawang zero to, no, na positive. So makukunan to din ng dalawa. No? So mangyayari is we have 5 times 10 to the power of negative 4 column. No? Which is letter B. If sa calcu po natin yan, hello. Okay. Okay na ba? Okay na po? Okay na po yung ating audio. So mga ilang minutes akong nawala. Okay. So 2 minutes yata. Okay. So sana ba ako? Nandito pa rin sa Google Meet. Okay. So ang kagandahan ng itong calcio is we could write, no? Or input directly kung ano yung gusto natin i-compute. So we have 10 to the power of negative times 10 to the power of negative 6. So ito lang po yung ating ipupush na button. So negative 6. Tapos, parenthesis tayo, 200 squared. No? So no need po na ilagay yung unit, no, sa calcio natin. No? Baka mag-error po yung calcio. Okay. Equals, so 1 over 5 or 1/5. Sa ating dito walang 1/5. So puro sa nakadesimal. So ito yung push natin SD. So that will be 0.2, no? 0.2. So 0.2, which is letter B. Okay? Yan. If the plate spacing of a parallel capacitor is doubled while all factors remain constant, so what happens to its capacitance? Okay. So ito namang mga questions na to na may double, triple, no? Okay. So ibig sabihin nito, yung ating plate, so initially ito yung ating plate. Tapos dinoble natin yung layo. So ito na yung times 2. So ang tanong, ano yung mangyayari sa capacitance? Okay. So kaya sinabi ko, kapag lumayo yung ating spacing, no, or lumaki yung ating spacing, bababa yung capacitance. So for this instance, doble yung nilaki ng spacing. Ang mangyayari din is yung ating capacitance from this to this is magiging kalahati kasi doble yung decrease niyan is o yung kabaliktaran niyan is 1/2. So it becomes half, no? Letter C. So this question is a concept question which is common ngayon, no? Sa common no sa previous na board exam. Then we have inductance, no? Inductance. So inductance is the property of a circuit that opposes changes in current. So the unit for inductance is Henry. Okay. So sa mga naka-alala po kanina, ang tanong ko lang po is ano po yung unit ng capacitance? So paki-type po sa ating chat box. Tingnan po natin kung na alala nyo. Ano yung unit for capacitance, no? Okay? So i-type nyo lang po kung ano yung unit capacitance. So for inductance, the unit will be in Henry. Okay, so ito yung formula for voltage in a inductor. So ano yung voltage na sa inductor? So yung L natin, this will be our inductance. Our voltage is di dt, or this is the change of current per unit time. No, yung mga engineering dito, no, kung may nag-engineering sa atin, so tawag ito is derivative, no? But we are not taking engineering board exam. Alam tayo. So ito po, we will treat this one as current over time. No? So the unit for this one, yan. So the unit for DIDT is amperes per second. So for inductance, H, Henry, and for the voltage is V. Okay? Then the energy stored in the capacitor. So we have W 1/2 L squared. So that is your W is the energy stored in joules, your inductance is Henry, and your current is in amperes. Okay. For this one, no, if naalala nyo, kanina sa capacitance, W is equals to 1/2 CV squared. Diba? So, same lang yung formula, ang binago lang yung sa capacitance ginawang inductance, yung voltage ginawang current. So, kaya po yung inductance at capacitance po ay partner, no? Kasi yung kailang mga formula ay halos the same when it comes to energy stored. Yan. Okay. Okay. So, another thing pala, no? The charge in a capacitor is stored in its electric field. While sa inductance naman po, yung charge niya, yung energy is stored in its, no? So yung energy dito naka-stored yan sa magnetic field. Yan. So yan yung pinagkaiba din ng capacitance at inductance. Capacitance, electric field; inductance, magnetic field. Very common po yan sa board exam. Okay? So we have here example, no? Problem solving example. So the inductance is 2 Henry and the IDT or the ampere second is 5 amperes. So what is the induced voltage? So E is equals to L di dt. So we have 2 Henry times 5 amperes per second. So this will be equal to, so 2 times 5, no? That will be 10 volts, no? Which is letter B. Okay, an inductor has an induced voltage of 40 volts and the rate of change in current, no, is 8 amperes per second. What is the inductance? So we have E is equals to L di dt. No? Mangyayari po dito is L, course multiply natin, E over di dt. So wag po nating baliktarin tong di dt, no? So we treat this one as a single unit, no? So we have 40 volts divide 8 ampere second, no? So that is 40 divided by 8, that will be 5 Henry, which is letter B. Okay. If the energy stored in an inductor is 50 joule, while the current is 5 amperes, what is the inductance of the coil? So inductance pinahanap. So the formula is W 1/2 L I squared. no? So ito, cross multiply natin, so that will be 2W is equals to L I squared. So hinahanap is inductance, L. So ito, lipat natin sa kabila. So magiging cross multiply din yan. Itong nasa ibaba, nasa taas, pag ilipat sa kabila, that will be over or nasa ibaba na. Okay? So balik rin natin yung formula. Okay? So we have 2 times the joule, which is 50 joule, over 4 ba? 5 ampere squared. Okay? So gamit pa tayo ng ating calculator dito. Okay. Nasa na ba yun? Yan. So we have 2 times 50 over 5 squared. Okay. So 4, no? Yan. So the correct answer po is 4 Henry. Okay. So 4 Henry po yung ating tamang sagot. Okay? So ito po yung mga formulas, no? Formula summary po natin. So lahat po to na mga formula na atin pong tinalakay dito, no? Yan. So from current to voltage up to the energy stored in an inductor. Na? So don't worry po, you will be getting the PDF file of this one. Ipopost ko po to sa ating Google Classroom. No? Lahat po from the start to sa last na i-discuss natin ngayong gabi. Okay? So board exam tips, no? So if you can, if kaya po, may memorize the formula and units, no? Then understand the meaning of each quantity, no? Kunyari, amperes or current, ano yung current, no? Because if you understand what is current, if current is required in the formula or in the problem, so masosolve niyo po kasi alam niyo po yung current. Then, ito po yung ginamit ko, no? Kahit self-review ako. Practice solving one problem a day, no? Because it will increase your analysis at ma-understand niyo po yung formula. If you have the understanding of the formula, you will be also able to understand the concept, no? So kasi yung problem solving, that is the application of the formula. Yung formula po naman is the the mathematical, no, visual of your concept, no. Then watch for unit conversions, no. So if for example kanina, seconds to hours, hours to second, minutes to hours, so always watch for that. Then read the questions carefully, no. Okay, so pinakauna po is read, no. Once you receive your answer sheet, read, no, basahin yung question, no. If alam niyo po kung ano yung given at kung ano yung wala, so you will know how to solve, no, because from the given, so makikita niyo kung ano yung wala, the required. From the required and the given, you will know what formula to use. Then, if in case you need to draw a diagram, which for our discussion right now, wala pa po tayong ginagawang diagram, no? But there are problems po na kailangan po ng diagram. So, you need to draw the diagram when necessary. Then, manage your time. So, if kaya po nasagutin in 30 seconds, then go. If not, try to answer maybe for 1 to 3 minutes, no, depending pa no, kung ano kahirap, okay, because you are given 4 hours, no. So kunyari 3 minutes per question, so is 50 times it is 150 minutes, or more or less 2.5 hours. Yan. Then answer easy items first. Okay, so based on the style of the board exam for almost how many years, so ang nangyari kasi niyan is 40 to 60% out of all the questions, no? So meaning from 20 to 30 items niyan, no, 20 or 30 items are all easy or moderate question. So ibig sabihin ng easy, madali, sobrang dali. Anong ibig sabihin nung moderate? Yung moderate is kayang sagutan if naalala niyo yung formula or naalala niyo yung concept. Yung remaining 40% is usually difficult, no? Difficult. So yung difficult is yung sanay kayo sa pagso-solve, kaya niyong i-manipulate yung problem. Yung sa ano naman, yung sa kung sa concept naman is um, kaya niyong i-analyze yung situation, no? Or kung in case that is a definition but ano, iba yung pagka-state niya, alam niyo kung paano yon kukunin kung ano yung tamang definition. Yan. So more or less, if you manage to answer the AC item first, you will have at least 30 points. So ilan lang kailangan? 5 points. In order to get 5 points, you have 20 items difficult remaining. So maybe if talagang hindi nyo ma-solve yung 20 items, you could have the so-called chamba. So you need to get lucky for 5 problems out of 20. Di ba? No? Ang usually kasi nangyayari, yung easy at yung moderate question, hindi nyo na kayang i-solve or hindi nyo na alam kung ano yung sagot. So you have missed 30%, not 60% of the correct answer. The question is, how will you answer or how will you get 35? No, if yung mismong 30 is hindi nyo na kayang sagutan. Of course, yan, kaya po yung sa natin, pretest natin, sinabi ko, if your first take is 35, then you're able to pass the pretest. And I also encourage you kahit 35 na, retake the pretest, no? Hanggang sa ma-perfect nyo. No, malay nyo, sa 50 items nandun, may isa doon na lalabas or may 5 doon na lalabas. Kasi yung question noon is pattern from 60% moderate and easy, 40% difficult. So 30 items doon, easy and moderate. Yung 20 is difficult. Yan. So far, yung highest is 43. No? So sa pag hindi na pa naka-take, so kindly take po the pretest. Okay? Okay, so dito tayo, practice test. For this one, you will be the one to answer. So huwag po kayong mahiyang mag-chat, no? Kung ano yung sagot nyo. Okay? So, parang ano din po to, pang pagising bago po tayo mag-end ng ating session. So write only the letter of your answer. So each question will be given 30 seconds to answer. Okay, so let's start with the first question. So the flow of electrons is called blank. Okay, so tingnan ko po kung wag po kayong mahiya na i-write po yung answer nyo sa chat box natin. Okay, so 20 seconds. Okay, tingnan ko po kung mayroon pong Yan. Okay, madami-dami. Yan, okay. Yun. Okay. Okay, so the correct answer po is electric current, no? So yun po yung tamang sagot natin, electric current. So because that is the flow of electrons, okay? Yung resistance po is opposition, no? Yan po ang kanyang keyword. Ito po is force or the work done by charge. The conductance po is the flow, or not flow but the reciprocal, no, or inverse of resistance. Okay, so next question po natin. Okay, so ito, okay, so a wire has a resistance, lakihan ko na, of 1.5 times 10 to the power negative 8 ohmmeter. The length is 100 meters. The area is 3 times 10 to the power negative 6 square meters. Way to find the resistance. So ibigay ko na po muna yung formula, no? L over A. Yan. Okay, so you have 1 minute. So 12, 9, 10 yung clock ko dito. So at 9:11 we will solve. 9:05 pala. Okay, so 9:05. Now at 9:06 we will answer this one, no? So like I said po, huwag po kayong mahiyang mag-put ng yung answer sa rin chat box, no? Kahit po magkamali, at least po nagkamali po kayo during our review at hindi po during sa exam. Okay, yan. Okay. So tingnan po natin kung ano yung sagot nyo. Okay. So iba wala pong calcu. Okay. Yun. So in case po wala po kayong calcu, then a calculator po is an investment. No? If talaga po magte-take kayo ng exam, it is an investment. So meron pong mura sa Shopee. Dun po sa member ng GC natin, no? So I also send the calculators na accepted sa board exam. Okay? So yun na po. No? So if hindi pa po nakarating yung in-order nyo sa Shopee, so ano po, excuse po muna tayo ngayon, no, sa answer. So there are some of you who answers letter B, no? Okay po, so let's try to solve this one. Sana ba yung ano? Yan. Okay. So we have, dito ko lang susulat yung ano, solution. So 1.5 times 10 to the power of negative 8, okay, times 100 over the area is 3 times 10 to the power of negative 6. Yan. Okay. So, i-calculate natin yan. So, 1.5. So, times 100 over 3 times 10 to the power of negative 6. Okay, so the correct answer is, 8 pala to. Yan, 8. Yan. So, yun po, kapag nagkamali po kayo ng input sa calcu, no? So, talagang hindi ko yung tamang sagot. So, 1/2 or 0.5, no? So, yung nagsagot po dito ng 0.5, no? Sabi yun si Sir Bintulan, no? So, tama po yung sagot niyo na, ano, na letter B, which is 0.5. Okay? This will be ohms. Okay? Next question. The negatively charged particle is, so ano po, yung negatively charged particle sa isang atom. Okay, so natin yung mga sagot nyo. Yun, no? Of course, this question po is belong po to sa easy na question. Yan. So the correct answer for this one is letter B, no? Electron. So halos lahat po kayo na nagbigay yung answer sa chat box is correct po yung sagot. Okay, sa laba ko. Yan. Next. Which material is an insulator? So alin po dito yung insulator? Okay, so E. Okay. So the correct answer po is letter C, no? C. Okay, of course, copper, silver, and aluminum are the three most conductive material, no? And which is usually used for our wires. Yan, no? Okay. Next. So the SI unit for current, no? Ano po yung SI unit for current? Okay, tinapatin yung sagot niyo dito, current, no? Yan. Okay. So the correct answer is letter C, no? Which is ampere, no? Okay, next. The voltage is electrical. Yan, dito tayo, no? Parang hindi ko 'to nasabi kanina. So voltage is electrical. Is it pressure, friction, resistance, or motion? Okay, so tingnan ko dito kung sino yung ano. Okay, yan, no? So the correct answer po is letter A, pressure. So this type of question po, aside po na karaniwan sa board exam, and it is part of the easy question, this is usually po makikita din po sa mga reviewers ng RME. No? If you have a reviewer like Journeyman, no? Na halos lahat po ng easy questions na nasa board exam is doon po kinukuha. So you could see these questions also. So when you say pressure, this is also same meaning as force, no? And the other term for voltage is EMF, or the electromotive force. Yan. Okay. Yan. No? So ito po, may notes po dito. So in case po na you will have the PDF, so you will always remember na yung pressure, it could be force or EMF. Okay. Next, so resistance is measured in. Sobrang dali yata nito. Okay. So kahit 10 seconds, no? Yan. The correct answer is letter B. Ohms or ohm, no? Okay. So kaya yung last na exam, yung iba na ano na 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 minentor ko, sobrang daling, siguro mga sa technical subject nag-start ng 8, 9:30 tapos na sila. Kasi sabi nila sobrang konti lang daw ng solving, no? So ang dami is itong mga ganito. Tapos ang tanong ko sa kanila, ilang percent na sure yung answer yung ito? Sabi nila sa akin is ano sir, 60% sure kasi yung iba is medyo tricky. Yun ang sabi nila, no? So ang nangyayari kasi if konti yung problem solving sa exam, more or less mas madali matapos, no? Because ito mga ganito, no need to consume so much time in solving, no? So sa alam at sa hindi nyo alam ang sagot, you will tempted to answer based on your intuition, no? Kung ano yung isip, baka ito yung tamang sagot, no? But if you know the answer, no, napag-aralan nyo, then 10 seconds, no? No? If all of the questions are like this, no? And if you manage to study, no? Siguro mataas na yung 2 hours for you to finish the exam, no? Okay, ito. So the formula for resistance in a conductor. Ano yung sagot? Okay. Yan. Yan. So may nagsagot ng B. Okay. So the correct answer for this one is letter, sabi nawala yung PowerPoint ko. Yun, wala. So letter B, no? So for ano po, para po hindi po talaga kayo malito or makalimutan, para memorize. So you just have the yung ano ko po, yung technique ko is R pala, no? R pala. So R is equals to rho L over A. So R pala. Yun. So yan po yung resistance in a conductor. R pala. Okay. Next. Ohm's law. Dito tayo. Ohm's law is, alin dito yung Ohm's law? Kahit 3 seconds kaya to, no? Ohm's law. Yan. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B. Okay. Next. The graph of Ohm's law is blank. Okay. Yung graph, if you are going to graph, no? Okay. So in case ito yung ating current, ito yung ating voltage, tapos tawag doon, constant yung resistance. So what will be the graph? Yung A is circular. Pag ganito ba yung graph natin? Hyperbola is yung pag ganito. Or parabola, no? Yung hyperbola yan. No, parabola is isang ganito. Or linear. Pag ganyan. So, alin yung sagot nyo? Parang halos lahat ng sagot is B. Okay. So the correct answer for this one is linear. Yan, linear. So because as your current increase, your voltage increase, your current also will increase. If gawin po natin tong tawag doon, voltage, this one is resistance, so they are, ano, current and this are resistance, so they are inversely proportional. So ang mangyayari din, yung graph will just be pag ganito, pa down. Yan. So pero linear pa rin siya, not a curve or a circle. So linear. Ohm's law is linear ang kanyang graph. Okay? Next. Power is measured in. Yan. 1 minute, 1 second. Natin. 1 second. Ano ba yan? Okay. So the correct answer for this one is letter C, no? Watts. Okay. Next. The unit of capacitance. Kanina, sinagutan nyo ito kanina sa ano, yung nag-follow up ako ng ano, ng pagsagot. No? Okay. So the correct answer for this one is letter B, which is in farad. Okay. Then the unit of inductance. So ano po yung unit ng ating inductance? Okay, the unit for inductance is Henry. Okay. Next. Capacitor store energy in. Ito, sinabi ko to kanina. So, a capacitor will store their energy in saan? So, the correct answer for this one is in their electric field, which is letter B. Okay. Next. Bakit medyo maliit to? Okay. So, inductors store their energy in blank. Sana in-store na kailang energy. Okay, so the correct for answer this one is they store their energy in their magnetic field. Okay. Yan. Okay, next question. Conductance is the reciprocal of, so ano yung conductance? Okay. So ano yung sagot nyo? So the correct answer is letter B, no? Resistance. Okay. Next. So semiconductors are used in. So alin po dito yung gamit ng semiconductors? Yun, ang bilis. Yan. Okay? So mukhang tama kayo lahat So mukhang may tama kayo. Okay. So the correct answer is letter A, no? Diodes, no? So not for transformer motors or generators. So semiconductors are used for electronic devices. Diodes, transistors, integrated circuits, microchips, no? LDR, no? Or not LDR, LED, LDR, LED, no? Light emitting diodes. So those are semiconductors. Okay, next. Okay, we have here a problem solving. A charge of 60 coulomb passes through a conductor in 12 seconds. So what is the current? Yan. Okay, so siguro bigyan ko kayo ng ng 2 minutes. Yun. So may nag-answer na ng N. Ay, hindi pala. B pala. Okay. Yun. So dalawa na po yung nag-B. Okay. Yan. Yun. No? Okay. So, tingnan natin. Solution. Okay. So we have I is equals to Q over T. So sa mga hindi po masyadong maalala yung formula, so isipin niyo lang na kayo ay gwapo, no? I QT. Yan. So I am a cutie. Yan. Okay. So I is equal to your charge is 60 coulomb divided by 12 seconds. So 60 divided by 12, that would be 5 amperes, no, which is letter B, no? So, may tama ulit yung nag-put ng kanilang answer sa GC, sa GC, sa uh, chat, no? Okay, a resistor is connected to a 124 source, draws 60 amperes. We need to determine the resistance. Okay, so basic ohms law lang po to, no? So, kaya kahit 1 second siguro. Okay, yan. So, lahat, no? So lahat po ay sibukan natin. So R is equals to V over I. So we have 120 volts divided by 6 amperes. So R is equal to, so 120 divided by 6, no? So that will be 20 ohms, no? Which is letter C. Okay. Next, an electric heater operates at 220 volts and draws 8 amperes. So the power consumed is, so hinahanap ito is yung consume natin na power. Okay. So 10 seconds siguro, yun. Yan. So if lahat ng if yung 50 items is puro basic electricity, no? So I believe so mayroon pong siguro kayo po ay magtatap, no? Kasi ang bilis niyo pong mag-type ng inyong mga answer. Okay. So P is equals to V times I. So we have 220 volts times 8 amperes. So this is equal to, pag kinalculate po natin yan, no? Hindi na po kaya ng mental math ko. 220 times 8. So 1,700. Yan, 1,700. So 1,760 watts, which is letter C. Okay? Next. A 50-watt appliances operate for 6 hours. So what is or determine the energy consumed? Yun. Okay. Okay, so let's try to answer this one. So E is equals to P times T. So power is 500 watts times 6 hours, no? So para maging kilowatt, i-divide na po natin yan ng 1,000. So 500 times 6, 3,000 divided by 1,000. So we have 3 kilowatt hour, no, which is letter C. Okay? Next. Ito. A capacitor stores a charge of 8 times 10 to the power negative 4 coulomb when connected to a 220 volt source. So, determine the capacitance. Yan. Capacitance po yung hinahanap. So, 1 minute. Okay, no solution. Okay, so we have C is equal to Q over V. So if wala po calculator, mahirap-hirap po to, no? A times 10 to the negative 4 times 200 volts. Okay, so let's calculate this one. 8 times 10 to the power of negative 4 divide 200. Okay, so we have, so 4 times 10 to the power of negative 6. So yung times 10 to the power of negative 6 po is, that is micro. So letter B, no? 4 microfarad. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, so we have 3 questions na lang pala. Okay, a 200 microfarad capacitor is connected to a 100 volt. Determine the energy stored. Yan. So yung energy. So the formula for this one is W is equals to 1/2 CV squared. Okay. So may nag-answer na po ng C. Yun. No, baka C yata yung answer dito kasi madami yung C. Okay, so let's answer po, no? So 1/2 capacitance is 2 times 10 to the power of negative 6. Then we have 100 volts squared. Okay. So using po yung calculator. Okay, bakit po tinabunan yung computation? We have 1/2 times 20 to the power of negative 6 times 100. Okay, squared. Correct answer is 1/10 or 0.1, no? So the correct answer is 0.1 joule or letter B. Yan. Okay? Last 2. A 4 Henry inductor experiences a change in current of 10 ampere second. So we need to determine the induced voltage. Okay. Okay, solution. No? Okay, so the formula is the induced voltage is equal to L di dt. No? So we have L, or the resistance is 4 Henry times, and inductance pala, 10 ampere second. So our E is equals to 40 volts, no, which is letter D. Yan. Okay? Last question. A 5-Henry inductor carries a current of 6 amperes. So the energy stored in the magnetic field is what? No, so determine the energy stored in the magnetic field. So the formula for this one is W is equals to 1/2 Li squared. Okay, let's try to solve po. We have 1/2 times 5 Henry times 6 amperes squared. So using our calculator, so we have 1/2, well, times 5 times 6. Ay, kaya sa baba, ano ba yan? Times 5 times 6 squared. This is equal to 90, no? So we have W is equals to 90 joule, no? Which is letter C. And that will be our last question for our practice test, no? Okay? So, na 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 iparaos po natin o naraos po natin yung ating ano, unang session, no? Basic Electricity and Ohm's Law. So, I hope po na may natutunan po kayo dito. Then, as I promised po, we'll be trying to send the recorded. Then, maybe tomorrow, no? Ay yung PDF po nito is agad-agad po ise-send ko po ngayong gabi sa ating Google Classroom, and the recorded, no, will be soon, maybe tomorrow. Then you will have three types po of exam, no? The first exam or the first mock test po niyo is all about concepts, 50 items. The second po is all about problem solving, 50 items. Then combination of problem solving and um, concept, no, 60%, 40%. So that is 3. So meaning po you will be trying to solve 150 items, no, for this topic alone. And I hope po masagutan niyo po 'yon before our next session next Saturday, no? So I hope po na ano po natin 'yon. Magkaroon po tayo ng time to solve for that. Okay? Then our next topic will be Ben, bilis tayo. So na ba 'yon? Yan. So our next topic po will be all concepts, no? So this will be electrical materials and tools on May 23. So same time po tayo, no? So magkakaroon na po tayo ng medyo mahaba-habang usapan if yung topic po is medyo may ano na, may konting paghihirap na, no? So far itong Ohm's law, basic electricity, as long as you know the formula, you could solve the problem and you could understand the concept. Okay? So if meron pa kayong tanong, we'll have siguro a few minutes for your questions. If none po, then thank you po, no, sa pakikinig. Thank you po for the trust, no, on our review program. And I hope po I will try the best po to finish or to make you pass po, no, the board exam. Okay? So meron pa kayong mga tanong? Okay. Yan. So if wala na po, then we will call it a evening, no? Yan. Okay. So we may now leave po our Google Meet. Okay po. So see you po next week. Okay?